Have you ever wondered how ordinary wood becomes the soft tissue paper we use every day? Step inside a giant paper mill as we reveal the complete manufacturing journey, where advanced technology, precision engineering, and massive industrial machines work together to produce millions of tissue rolls with incredible efficiency. Everything begins as carefully selected raw materials arrive at the mill, where every load is inspected, sorted, and prepared before production can begin. The logs are stripped of their bark and transformed into uniform wood chips, creating the perfect raw material for high-quality pulp production. Powerful industrial systems break down the wood chips, separating strong cellulose fibers that form the foundation of every tissue sheet.
Inside the continuous digester, chemicals and high-pressure steam are injected. The mixture slowly moves downward as heat softens the lignin binding the fibers. The washed pulp passes through a multi-stage pressure screening system. Fine slotted screens separate fully cooked fibers from knots and uncooked wood fragments.
The pulp is purified, brightened, and carefully refined to create soft, clean fibers ready for premium tissue manufacturing.
The white pulp enters a large disc refiner, where powerful rotating refining discs gently condition the fibers to improve softness and strength.
The refined fibers are blended, cleaned, and adjusted with precision to create a perfectly balanced pulp mixture for the paper machine.
At the consistency control system, clean process water is automatically blended into the flowing pulp to achieve the exact fiber concentration required.
The screened pulp enters a centrifugal cleaner system where high-speed spinning removes microscopic sand, grit, and other heavy particles.
Before reaching the paper machine, the stock passes through a final deaeration system.
The prepared pulp begins its transformation into a continuous tissue sheet as water is removed and the delicate fiber web takes shape.
As the pulp travels along the moving forming fabric, clean water begins draining downward through the fine mesh, while the cellulose fibers remain on the surface. The pickup felt carries the wet tissue web toward the massive polished Yankee drying cylinder. The sheet remains firmly supported while guide roll.
The fragile tissue sheet is gently dried and given its signature softness before moving on to the finishing process.
A high-efficiency hot air hood blows a steady stream of heated air across the exposed tissue surface while the Yankee cylinder can...
The finished tissue web is carefully wound into enormous parent rolls, ready for conversion into consumer-sized products. The giant parent rolls are embossed, perforated, and rewound into long tissue logs that prepare the product for final cutting.
The laminated tissue web continues through calibrated pressure rollers that ensure both plies are fully bonded across the entire width. After perforation, the finished tissue web travels through multiple guide rollers under automated optical sensors.
The long tissue logs are precisely cut into perfectly sized rolls, inspected, and organized for packaging. Each roll is wrapped, sealed, and labeled with speed and precision, creating retail-ready tissue packs. Finished products are packed into cartons, stacked onto pallets, and stored in an organized warehouse, ready for shipment. The completed tissue paper begins its final journey, traveling through distribution networks before reaching store shelves around the world.
Are the manifests ready for the next batch?
Almost. Just finalizing the count here.
Ensuring that the shelves remain fully stocked, the factory continues its tireless work, bringing comfort to homes everywhere.